TikTok and the rise of niche, the new activewear trends, and the Anhedonia effect. That and more on today's episode.
Want to know what's next? For over 2 decades, we've led the world's most influential brands to create the right products at the right time for tomorrow's consumer. This is WGSN's Client Questions Answered.
Hello and welcome to the show where our experts from around the globe unpack your biggest challenges. I'm Carla Bazzashi, CEO at WGSN. Let's get started. Our first question today comes from a client asking, thanks to the influence of TikTok, is niche becoming the new norm? We're going to head to New York to hear from Cassandra Napoli, WGSN Senior Strategist of Insight. Over to her now.
On TikTok, users don't have to opt into the content that they want to see by following family or friends. The algorithm does the work for them, recommending content based on preferences. This warps attention and narrows feeds, creating digital cultural echo chambers designed to retain user interests. As we previously forecasted in our Stepic Drivers report for 2025, over the next 2 years, we'll start to see a shift from mass to microculture, driving a rise in interest-based creators, communities, and platforms, redefining digital culture as we know it.
Thank you, Cassandra. You can find out more about the rise in niche community platforms in our report on decentralized social media. Our next question comes from a client asking, what are the updates for activewear core basics such as leggings and t-shirts? Another very good question. And for this one, we're heading to London to hear from Yvonne, who's our senior strategist and trend forecaster for activewear. Take it away, Yvonne.
Aesthetics have always been important, and they still are, but what's going to be really, really important is going to be the fit, the comfort, the performance, the functionality, and the sustainability of these core items. So updates are mostly going to come through materials. So that could be through a functional therapeutic material. We're seeing new innovations which are using ingredients such as seaweed coming through. It could be a really great thermoregulating or cooling material. Taking circularity into account is really key. How is it onwardly recycled? And using those sustainable materials that go beyond recycled PET is thinking about these new technologies such as carbon capture materials, recycled textiles dye, and even materials that are made from recycled car tires.
More great insights there. You can head to our fashion site if you'd like seasonal core updates for all core activewear items. And our final question for today comes from a client asking, I've heard of the Anhedonia effect. How is this affecting the world of retail? For this, we're heading back over to the US to hear from Andrea Bell, WGSN's Director of Insight. Take it away, Andrea.
What is the Anhedonia effect and why is it so critical for 2025? So in short, most people at some point lose interest in things that used to excite them. So anhedonia is essentially your brain's inability to feel pleasure. And it becomes impossible to draw joy from things that once elicited excitement from you. Remember, that was going to a concert, eating dinner, even having a lively conversation with friends. So essentially your brain's reward center has become unhinged. And early research suggests that since 2020, anhedonia is rising and those ripple effects are emerging. For instance, consumer neophobia, which means the fear of anything new, is impacting food, drink, and travel industries. But I promise this isn't all negative. Combating the anhedonia effect is prime opportunity for nearly all industries as people start to chase pleasure. They want to feel again. So everything from dopamine dressing, which is still tracking in fashion, to high-intensity flavors in food and drinks, we know that these products and services can kind of snap us out of this apathy and get our synapses firing again. But another real winner here is color. As we head into 2025, color will play a key role in capturing consumer attention and garnering an emotional response via mood-based retail experiences, products, and anything that can essentially contort our mood to get us in the moment and to snap us out of that anhedonia effect.
Great stuff. Thank you, Andrea. That's it for this week. If you have any questions or comments that you'd like answered, please pop them in the comments box for our team. I'm Carla Bazzashi, and I'll see you next time.